It's Chris from Writer's Game, and today we're going to take a look at the Dungeon Maker from Solasta, Crown of the Magister. So let's get to it. First off, I've already made a dungeon, and I'm going to walk you through that from the playing perspective, and then we'll go take a look at how it was made and go ahead and build a brand new dungeon and see what we can make there, and then walk through that afterwards. So, let's see if this works. Hopefully it does. Ta-da! Okay, so this dungeon is called Crypt of Cadus. This is a crypt, obviously, where somebody has been placed after they died. And we have a couple of folks going through here. The paladin, a ranger, a cleric, a wizard. I have purposely left out the rogue. I want to see what happens. I know there are several traps that I have laid in the dungeon, and I want to see how well they avoid or even detect those traps, because most good adventure crypts have some traps left behind, something to deter you from wandering around too much. So let's go ahead and start the game. Good to know. The port from creating this system using 5th edition D&D rules has been very, very accurate as far as I can tell. Even Baldur's Gate 3, which is the current game out there that's kind of the 5th edition game, I found there was a little bit of drift. But this one seems pretty good. So you can rotate your camera, and we're going to do that at times to take a look at the settings. This part of the wall here is what they call like a wall stop or something. This would be where a corridor would lead on, but you can put in this thing to, say, hey, there is no corridor here. Another thing to note, there is no monsters. There are no monsters in the game so far. I have right around here, I've set a token for a multitude of monsters to spawn, a bunch of little monsters, I would suppose, and they have not, because for some reason they don't. There's no way to assign which multitude of monsters I would like to spawn, and therefore, even though their thing is here, the monster spawn is not. This is the exit, so if they click on this, I assume they leave, but yeah, I've never done that before. No, I don't want to proceed. And then we go ahead. Now where you click is very important. See, like if I click here in the dead center of this cross, it's going to populate that. I guess I would have expected it to do like around the click, but apparently that's the top left corner. So it's going to default kind of below where you click. I didn't know that until right now. I thought I was really going to say, like, if you click here, it'll surround it, but it doesn't. And that's going to be important for things like dodging those traps I was talking about earlier. This is a large room. As you can see, a large room. Nothing really interesting here. I didn't place anything in here, but there is a place to take a long rest. There's also, if you mouse over it, a block here which is supposed to be lore. I was hoping it would have a more interesting interaction than this. Click to examine. I'm clicking. I'm examining. No? No? Nothing. Nothing. Interesting. You can do the long rest if you'd like. Oh, there we go. That's what I was hoping would pop up, but I don't remember or expect it to be in the this block here. I don't know what the block is. But I was hoping with the lore, by coming to investigate the fire, it kind of gives them that suggestion. Hey, success of sorts. This is supposed to be like the big battle, big boss battle of something massive. There are 2 additional exits. But you can see in building this, there is some ability to customize, obviously. These I set in here. These are crypts. This is another wall blocker, but this one seems to be with this barred up door, which kind of suggests there's more to it than there is. Now in the tutorial, it's kind of like if you click here or you click on the other side.
Kneel now, rise later.
You'll go through it. It does work, but it doesn't prompt you with the golden square like it has previously. Give me one moment, just gonna mute myself. There we go.
Sometimes there's simply no choice.
Okay. Torches, beautiful. We can see. Now, I was hoping that this was actually a built-in half wall or something, but it apparently turned out to be a mausoleum. There's actually something behind this, but there's no way to get to it because I did not build that into my dungeon
Dive in the dirt, now!
Usable manner. So something, as with all creations in games, test what you build. If you're going to run your friends through it and you want it to work, obviously there's a certain level of anticipation to how the session is going to go, so I highly recommend that you test it first. This does kind of remind me of the old days of Neverwinter Nights, building your own adventures in Neverwinter Nights. Right, now there are some traps here somewhere. I know I like to give things away, it's a horrible habit. Let's see if they did identify them. Now I have to like literally paste these guys through to avoid the traps. No. Con save. Nice. That readout is right. I meant to click this person, but now that they've triggered the trap, we can make this easy. Haha. Little half wall broken. This is a room you can lay down, which is pretty cool. Now I made this container. So if I click on here, it says it's a chest. I don't know why they come up like that. Just click on the chest. Ta-da! But you can take any object, or just about any object, and make it a container that can be opened, and then you can decide kind of like if there's going to be a loot inside. I didn't place any loot, so these are all just a big tease, but very cool that you can do that. So create your own adventure. It's not, doesn't look like it's designed to be part of. So you can see there's a wall here, but what you can't see is that this is actually a secret door.
I don't like it either.
It's a crawl space. The secret doors come later. Yeah, so this is not placed in the world, so you kind of do these little mini adventures with your friends, or I don't know if this is multiplayer or not. With yourself, build dungeons for yourself, but there's not really a world to
look at that, a secret door
to explore, which is I really hope they expand this to allow you to build your own zones and scenes and that sort of thing, because once upon a time, Neverwinter Nights, there were some people, some very creative people that I knew, who created a server that was its own game world and had quests and the whole deal, and obviously they want you to buy this game to explore and play the game and to have fun with that, but it was a lot of fun to be able to create in that space and then create an experience. And we had a mass variety of adventures. So this is it. This is the whole dungeon. There is a section over here that exists. You just can't see it, and because I did not create a way to get in there that was useful. It's supposed to be through this area here, and I guess I put the wrong piece in. Hence the traps. If you're coming from that way, or to enter that way, the traps were a deterrent. Anyway, that's the dungeon. Fairly straightforward. Probably could be dressed up quite a bit more. So let's take a look at the back end and see how it's made. Dungeon Maker. Go ahead and click on that or edit. This is the whole dungeon. So started here. As we can see, there were supposed to be monster spawns via a bit of a deterrent, and then a larger monster here, a medium or smaller monster at the gadget position, whatever that is. Some of the parameters of the gadget are invalid, which is not that one. This one, creature type. It is empty, and I cannot select what it should be. As of yet. Can still build the dungeon, can't put things to fight. So this, we explored up here. We explored the big room with the big bad guy that doesn't currently generate. We explored here with the mausoleum This funeral monument. I thought this little wall here was a half wall, but it's a wide wall to block a passage. So maybe I can delete that, and then they would have an entryway into this room here. This is the kind of place that would be great to put in some loot and some monsters and that sort of thing. So let's go ahead and save that. Now there's currently no way through here, but I want there to be, so I'm going to delete that, and I'm going to put in a... It would be nice if there was some sort of door. But I don't see one. Interesting. If I don't hit the duplicate button, I have to choose it again and rotate it again, which is interesting. That's going to look a little funny, but that's okay. So now they can come down here and then go over here and then find this room with a bunch of tombs are books. But see how this one here is just an object, it's just a decoration. But I can actually click virtual loot and click that on there, and then oh my, I did not realize that is how it worked. Put a bag of holding in there. Why not? Bag of holdings are great. Boots of elven kind. And then we'll lock it and we'll trap it. And we'll make it hard to perceive, but easy to disarm. And you can put a chest here. Maybe there is a way to get the monsters to. Let's try. Oh my. Okay, I thought it was like click this to select something and then click select to like save it. But no. We want some undead in here. We want something that is... Why is it evil priest? Oh, okay, I understand. Deselect and then select that. There we go. What a zombie. This is supposed to be like level 1, kinda. Do they have crawling hands? Crawling hands would be great. I'd like to, because this is a group of them, so. And that's the one I want. Select. Now here's the weird part. The way CR works, and it's not a great system, but we don't have any large monsters that are undead. No. Ogre zombie. It should take 4 level 2 creatures to kill a CR2 monster. This is designed for level 1s, but hey, sometimes you need a tough monster. That's just the way it is. Okay, well, let's save that. I'm going to close it. I'm going to show you how this is done. I'm sure you got the idea there. But let's do a quick one. These are, as far as I know, they're all crypts right now. So, these are characters from my EverQuest game. That's Now, I just chose medium there without thinking, but you can choose the size. Large will make it a little bigger. Click on settings here. I imagine that we can bump it up. You can see large is 100 by 100, so it adds more space, but frankly, it's not a ton of extra space. And you can't do multiple layers right now or link them together in any way that I'm aware of. There may be more to it than I've stumbled upon. I'm just going by what's here. So this is obviously the big room that I put the skeletal ogre in. Crossroads is basically a room you can seal off or not as you wish. Corner and in line, hallway, line, crossroads. These are furnished rooms. And then a big room that has, you know, stuff in it. Let's try that. And I'm making this in like mirroring each other so that one of them will be a false trail and then the other one will actually be the way in. I don't know what this means, the red dot. A burning basin. Container for loot. Some of the parameters for the gadget are invalid. Okay. Apparently there's something to do there. Something to loot there. And let's also put a corner here. Now when we, you do your map, but I want to block this off. So that's actually in the second section here. See, putting it here would be great, because then it's just a flat wall, but apparently you can't. And so that's not ideal. In case they get any ideas, I don't know, just make it an extra thick wall. We don't want that. We do want the royal we. There we go. I wonder what happens if I put two of them. Can I do that? Well, we shall find out. It'd be nice if there was like one with this has a door that's blocked. What about a door that's not blocked? But this is their version 1. They're not, I don't think they're done with this yet. They're probably going to add some things based on feedback and maybe add some different setting, blocks, types, whatever. You always need to add an entrance and an exit, but I haven't really finished this yet, so put that there. And even though it's going to look like it's all, you can't go here, it's going to be signifying the entrance and the exit. Entrance is where they spawn. Exit is obviously what they click to get out, so we'll put that there. Destination location. Maybe where they go after us. Oh my god, maybe you can do multiple. I am so intrigued. I will have to find that out, figure that out, work with it a little bit, and then get back to you guys. Because if I'll say this straight up. One of my goals, one of my things, I want to build Undermountain. I want to be able to play through Undermountain, single player, go for gold, make it happen. That would be amazing. Just personal, not looking to, publish it or anything. It's obviously copyright material, but I have everything that Undermountain has ever been produced, and I would love to see it in a authentic electronic form to play through. Preferably, like not first person, but like, this is round based, and that's okay, but single player, right? Like, you are playing your character, whether it's third person style, first person style. You've got a group of people and you're just going through it, and if you can't keep up, the monsters are gonna murder your face. Put that there. I don't understand. This says line, and it ends up being like a dead end. So it has to be a hallway. I can't do that. Like, the mapping is important. Yes, it's overlapping. I understand. I'm not sure this is gonna work. I need it to be there. Pretty sure there, but it's gonna say no, you have to be here. This might work. Yes. Okay, let's scroll down here. Delete. It's like here having an archway rather than an open. That'd be pretty cool. I have no idea what the difference between these statues are, these three here. I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna lay them all over the place. Mess with people. Why is this thing in the middle of the floor? Because it follows the pattern. You are not part of the pattern. I don't know what the chain is gonna be. Like, is that go on a wall? Let's just put some here and see what happens. Candelabra. All right, let's move on to going on the idea that there are other forces here that want the loot or whatever's of value in here. All right, I'm not going to populate the whole thing, so we can take a look, because I would like to go take a look at what it looks like so far, especially with the monsters, and actually test that part out. So let's close this. And Cryptosaurus. It's going to ask us which character we want. This part throws me. Like, when it's loaded, I mean, it's good that it's asking you, like, are you here to engage? But, like, I could be waiting for it to do something, and it just prompts that little tiny prompt. Now, I put that guy here, instant battle. What kind of initiative is that? Miles, good job. I have no idea what kind of attack I have. wants to move. If he runs up to me, I'm gonna schmuck him. That's what that says. I don't know why I decided to do that, but I like that they have the ready to action. It's really quite something. Now this is like crossbow configuration. Attack, boom.
Another victory! This is destiny!
That was very good of you, and kind of wasteful. In that I used everybody else's round to get into a good position. I'm joking. Actually, not really. End turn. Oh, this is the tougher guy. He does not have near 7 hit points. What? Why are they jumping over the crypts? I don't understand.
Yeah!
Yes, well. Have at it. Why do I get it?
Take that.
He's not the rogue. Are we doing flanking rules? Because if so, oh my god, brutal. What is this? The number of cells a creature can move during combat round. I don't want to.
Bend the knee or perish.
Victory! Sir, what? What? Why are we making a survival check? What's we got here? Scimitar, and a short bow, and some gold, and a Russian, and some arrows. Basically poisoned bolt. Okay, apparently we have a shared encumbrance. And there's a radius to which we loot. Good. I haven't played this game a lot. I played it a little bit. Enough to check it out, build a few characters. Oh, hey, who am I fighting? That guy. Good shot. Apparently he's hostile because he said, let's fight. And a goblin. Well, we're gonna... What spell would I possibly... Use that short bow.
That I like.
That was a really, like 7 plus 7, 14, but 7 still hit. That's something. Nice bonuses is what I'm saying. Oh, rogue should not be in front. We're gonna move you up right here. And attack.
Wah! Ah!
We have many. Oh yeah, because it was a group of goblins. Nice. Paladin taking it.
That one didn't even fight back. Too slow.
Got some backstab damage. And bonuses, yes, that same guy. Not amazing. Keep him here. Oh, he crit. Horrible, horrible. That guy's so good.
Good.
Whoa, whoa, he must be a rogue. Because he attacked and he disengaged?
Victory is yours.
Yours. This is yours.
Go on.
Oh, boxed himself into a corner. Oh no, he crawled over. Nice. You don't see that in a lot of games, but modern technology, I guess.
Whoa! You should have fled.
Alright, so we've taken a look at the combat. We've taken a look at the fact that you can actually spawn monsters. I was wrong in my initial assessment. I just simply didn't know better. Let's loot all of that, see what happens. Oh, that disappeared in quite some distance. And this is the look of their dungeons. Even though I chose a fiery kind of motif to it, rather than just a dank crypt, it seems that I don't really see it looking a whole lot different. These obviously are burning, but I think they were there before, aren't they? Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe that's the difference. The difference between that being broken or not, or visible as a burning fire or not. But for the most part, this seems to be pretty much the same. And that's the dungeon building. You can get more creative with it. You can add more items. You can make more things lootable. You can determine your treasure value. And of course, you can set which level the dungeon is intended for. But based on the monster selection, I don't think that matters much. It might just default for like the DCs of traps, and then, you know, instead of starting at 10, it starts at 15. I don't really know. I haven't experimented that much, but it does ask you the level of the dungeon, the intended level. So I'm not really sure how that translates mechanically. If we hit the map, we can see we have. There seems to be an inability to scroll. Hitting all of. Oh, there we go. Middle mouse button. This is what we have explored so far. Now there's obviously much more to this. This is the path that should end in a dead end, and there should be another path out here that ends in the final room. But that is building a dungeon in Solasta, in their Dungeon Maker. If you guys have any questions or you want to see anything, if I don't know the answer, I'll take a moment to find out and see what we can figure out. Just like, you know, whether or not the monster thing is working. A little bit of experimentation goes a long way. So if you have any questions, by all means, post it below in the comments, either Twitch live in the chat room now, or in YouTube. This will be up on YouTube or on our Facebook page. We'll be happy to check them out. We'll see you guys in the next stream. Have yourself a great day.